Ever feel like you're going through the motions with self-improvement? You're putting in the work, checking off the boxes, but something's missing, like a spark.
You can feel that way, yeah.
Well, get ready to reignite that fire because today we're diving into the work of Matthias Schwemm. He's got a fresh take on self-confidence that might just turn your entire perspective upside down.
Absolutely. What's fascinating about Matthias is that he doesn't just offer another self-help pep talk. He dives into the core of what makes us tick, suggesting that self-confidence isn't something you force, it's a sense you tap into.
Okay, let's unpack that.
Like
A sense. That's a bold statement. I mean, most of us think of self-confidence as a feeling, something you either have or you don't.
Right.
So what's the deal with this whole sense idea?
Well, Matthias argues that like our five senses, guide us through the physical world. Self-confidence acts as this inner compass, guiding us toward a life of, greater fulfillment. It's about tuning in to your inner wisdom, your intuition, and kind of letting it steer you towards what truly resonates with you.
So instead of trying to, will ourselves into feeling confident, we should be listening to this internal guidance system that's telling us what feels aligned with our true selves.
Yes, precisely. And Matthias takes this a step further by introducing the concept of the life dream. And again, this isn't just another goal-setting technique. It's about identifying the underlying purpose that fuels your actions and choices.
Now, we hear a lot about finding your purpose these days. What makes the life dream different?
Well, Matthias differentiates the life dream from, just fleeting desires or societal expectations. He encourages us to ask ourselves deep, probing questions about, what would make our lives feel truly meaningful, both now and in the long run. It's about connecting with something bigger than ourselves.
Yeah, I can already feel the easier said than done alarm bells going off for some of our listeners.
Yeah.
How do we even begin to uncover this so-called life dream?
Well, Matthias calls this process intelligent self-selection, or IntSel for short. It involves examining our values, our passions, and those moments when we feel truly alive and aligned with our authentic selves. He provides this framework for reflection and introspection, helping us cut through the noise and identify the activities, relationships, and pursuits that truly resonate with our core.
So we're talking about getting really honest with ourselves about what truly lights us up, what makes us feel like we're on the right track, even if it goes against the grain or challenges our comfort zones.
Absolutely. And that's where things get really interesting because according to Matthias, there's often something holding us back from fully embracing that life dream.
Okay, I have a feeling you're about to drop some more of Matthias's Gehirn gold on us. What's the obstacle this time?
He calls them Tiefenbremsen, which translates to deep breaks.
Tiefenbremsen.
Yeah, these are the often unconscious fears, limiting beliefs, and ingrained patterns that prevent us from stepping into our full potential.
Tiefenbremsen. It sounds intense, like these internal roadblocks are more than just everyday doubts.
Exactly. They run deep and can manifest in various ways. Procrastination, self-sabotage, even just a general lack of direction. Matthias argues that we waste an immense amount of energy battling these internal breaks.
And I bet most of us don't even realize it's happening. We just feel this constant friction, this feeling of being stuck.
Precisely. To illustrate this, Matthias uses a powerful analogy. He compares living with these Tiefenbremsen to driving a car with the emergency brake on.
Okay.
You can push the gas pedal all you want, but you'll be met with resistance, expending unnecessary effort and never reaching your full speed.
Wow, that analogy really hits home. I can think of countless times I've felt that way, like I was working so hard but getting nowhere fast.
Exactly, and that's why identifying and releasing these Tiefenbremsen is crucial for unlocking our true potential.
So how do we do that? Do we just, slam our foot on the metaphorical brake release?
Well, Matthias emphasizes the importance of self-awareness as a first step.
Well,
We need to shine a light on these hidden breaks and understand how they're impacting our lives.
that makes sense, but self-awareness can be tough. It's like trying to see your own blind spots.
That's where Matthias's work offers practical guidance. He suggests journaling, meditation, and even simply paying attention to those recurring patterns in our lives, like what triggers our procrastination, what situations make us feel most insecure.
It's about connecting the dots between our behaviors and the underlying beliefs that might be driving them.
Exactly. Once we've identified some of these Tiefenbremsen, Matthias encourages us to actively challenge and reframe them.
So if someone's Tiefenbrems is a fear of failure, they might start by questioning the validity of that fear. Like, what's the worst that could happen? Is it truly as catastrophic as their mind is making it seem?
Precisely. Matthias encourages us to challenge those negative thought patterns and replace them with more empowering beliefs.
This is starting to sound like it takes a lot of inner strength and resilience.
Mm.
How do we develop those qualities,
Mhm.
especially when facing down our deepest fears?
That's where Matthias introduces another fascinating concept. He calls it the axolotl psyche.
Okay, axolotl psyche. Now, I'm really intrigued. I have to admit, when I first saw that term in the materials, I wasn't even sure how to pronounce it, let alone what it meant. Tell us more.
An axolotl is a fascinating creature. It's a type of salamander known for its incredible resilience and its ability to regenerate limbs.
Wait, regenerate limbs? Like if an axolotl loses a leg, it just grows a new one.
You got it. They have this remarkable ability to regenerate not only limbs, but also organs and even parts of their spinal cord.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
But how does this relate to us? We can't just magically regrow limbs if we need to.
Of course not. But Matthias uses the axolotl as a metaphor for cultivating psychological resilience. Just like the axolotl can bounce back from physical trauma, we can learn to bounce back from setbacks and challenges with greater strength and
So
grace.
it's about developing that inner fortitude, that ability to navigate difficult emotions and situations without being completely derailed by them.
Exactly. And this ties back to overcoming those Kiefenbremsen. When we cultivate axolotl psyche, we develop the inner strength to face those fears and limiting beliefs head on.
It's like we're building up our internal immune system, so to speak, becoming less reactive to stress and more resilient in the face of adversity.
Precisely. And the axolotl psyche isn't just about resilience, it's also about embracing our authentic selves.
Okay, I see how resilience is essential for facing those Tiefenbremsen.
Yeah.
But how does authenticity tie into all of this?
Think about the axolotl. It doesn't try to be something it's not, it fully embraces its unique qualities. Similarly, when we cultivate axolotl psyche, we embrace our individuality and express ourselves authentically without needing constant external validation.
So it's about letting go of the need to please everyone, to fit into a certain mold, and instead owning who we are, quirks and all.
Exactly. And this ties back to the life dream because when we're living in alignment with our true selves, pursuing what truly lights us up, our confidence naturally shines through.
It's like that saying, the most attractive thing you can wear is confidence. But in this case, it's not about superficial confidence. It's about a deep inner knowing that comes from being true to yourself and embracing your unique journey.
Absolutely. It's about recognizing that our differences are our strengths and that true self-confidence stems from honoring our authentic selves, even the messy, imperfect parts.
That's such a powerful message. I think a lot of us get caught up in comparing ourselves to others, striving for this unrealistic ideal of perfection. But Matthias is reminding us that our imperfections are part of what makes us unique and valuable.
Precisely. And when we embrace our individuality, we tap into a wellspring of confidence and resilience that allows us to pursue our life dreams with greater courage and authenticity.
So we're talking about a whole new level of self-confidence here, one that's not about puffing ourselves up, but about embracing our authentic selves, resilience, and
Right.
it's inspiring stuff. But I'm sure some of our listeners are itching for the how-to part of all this.
Yeah.
How do we actually cultivate this axolotl psyche in our own lives?
Well, Matthias offers several practical strategies, and one of the most powerful is reframing negative self-talk.
Okay.
You know those inner critics we all have, the ones that whisper doubts and insecurities? Matthias encourages us to challenge those voices with compassion and understanding.
It's like we're learning to befriend our inner critics instead of letting them run the show.
Exactly. He suggests treating those negative thoughts like they're coming from a well-meaning but misguided friend. You wouldn't necessarily indulge a friend who is constantly putting you down, would you?
Definitely not. You probably try to offer them support and encouragement while also setting some healthy boundaries.
Exactly. And that's the approach Matthias advocates for with our inner critics. Acknowledge the fear or insecurity, offer yourself compassion, and then gently but firmly shift your focus to more empowering thoughts and beliefs.
So it's about replacing those old limiting narratives with new ones that support our growth and well-being.
Precisely. And Matthias also emphasizes the importance of taking action, even small steps towards our life dreams. He reminds us that the clock is ticking, urging us to make the most of the time we have.
It's about recognizing that we don't need to have everything figured out before we start taking action.
Exactly. Even small steps, consistently taken, can lead to significant progress over time. And each step we take, no matter how small, helps us build momentum and strengthens our self-belief.
It's like we're proving to ourselves with every action we take that we're capable of creating the life we desire.
Absolutely. And as we begin to embody this axolotl psyche, we naturally start attracting others who resonate with our energy. Matthias calls these individuals Mitträumer, or co-dreamers.
I love that term. It suggests a sense of shared purpose, of supporting each other on this journey of growth and self-discovery.
Exactly. These are the people who inspire us, challenge us, and hold space for us as we navigate the inevitable ups and downs of life.
It's like having a team of cheerleaders who are also willing to offer a loving nudge when we need it most.
Precisely. And surrounding ourselves with these co-dreamers can make all the difference, especially when we're facing those Tiefenbremsen or feeling uncertain about our path.
It's a reminder that we don't have to do this alone, that there are others out there who understand our struggles and celebrate our victories.
Absolutely. So as we wrap up this deep dive into Matthias Schwemm's work, remember this. You have the power to unlock your hidden potential by tapping into your inner compass, embracing your axolotl psyche, and surrounding yourself with a supportive community of co-dreamers. The journey might not always be easy, but the rewards are immeasurable.
This has been such an insightful exploration into the world of self-confidence, resilience, and living a life of purpose. If you're ready to take the next step on your own journey, we encourage you to check out Matthias Schwemm's work and join us next time for another deep dive into fascinating ideas. Until then, keep exploring, keep growing, and most importantly, keep believing in the power within you.